Well, good afternoon again, everybody. My name is Steve Lockello. I'm the Vice President of Administrative Services for Westmoreland County Community College. Promised you an updated video of the Science Innovation Center. Well, it's time to show you how things have changed since our last video. As you can see, we're now focused on the cafeteria area and the new cafe that we put into the Science Innovation Center. It is, in my opinion, magnificent. Let's take a closer look to it, and you can see what beautiful tile work that's been installed here. Wonderful roof, a wonderful wooden roof. It's really going to be a magnificent space. You can see that some of the equipment is being set up already. We will have this operational shortly after Labor Day. As we tape this, it is August the 24th. Shortly after Labor Day, this will be fully functional and fully operational. To our right, you can see we started to set up some of the seating for a common area for students to sit. Along the wall, along the blue wall, we'll have a television installed, and it'll be somewhat of an information center for all of our visitors to come by to see some of the happenings in the college and in this building in particular. As we continue down the corridor, we're going to again go into one of the first labs. This lab is still under construction, so understand we're still in that mode, but you can see the vastness and the size of it. Some of the casework that's been installed and the whiteboard in the center of the room. On either side of this whiteboard, there will be 2 television sets that will be installed for the faculty to use to project their lessons to the students. We're really excited about how this space is going to turn out. Again, I'm estimating by the middle part of September that this building's interior will be completely finished. Let's continue down the corridor because we have some other interesting spaces to show you. What we're going to look at next is a common area in which students can sit for study. You can see in an area like this, tables, chairs, just a comfortable space for students to utilize for private study time. That's why we put the door on the room so that the door can be closed and students can focus and concentrate on their studies in an area like this. And we have several of those. Here's another that we can look at. And you can see they're very well outfitted with different types of furniture. The lighting, everything in here is really conducive to the students being able to really focus on their studies, being able to concentrate. That was the main goal of those spaces. We're moving further down the corridor, and to our right, we will see a common area for students to sit. This will be further outfitted with some additional furniture when it is available. The interesting thing about this space and why we designed it that way is if you look at the walls, if we walk toward the wall and walk toward these offices, these are faculty offices. And our goal was to make this space more interactive between the students and the faculty. So a common faculty office, as you would see, would be 2 faculty would share this space. They're seating in here for students. If they need to meet privately, they can do so. It's very conducive to an effective space, very much like the way the desks and everything's laid out in here. It's quite functional, and the fact that the faculty have a window really makes a difference to let some of the natural lighting here in as well. So we're going to continue down the corridor. We're going to show you a lab that currently is in use, and you'll be able to determine that based on what you see inside. This is a common lab, one that we have currently held classes in now for a week. We officially opened on the 16th of August. This lab has been in use since then. Really like the way everything is laid out. Notice that the tables are powered so the students can power their devices onto the table. There's plenty of power in this room. The only thing that we have remaining in this room is to install a large screen television on the wall. And as soon as we get the brackets for that, those will be hung. But everything else in this room has pretty much been used and is ready to go. Notice how we nicely have all of the microscopes and things that are used in this room nicely stored here. And the students have been working in here very, very diligently. And comments that I've heard from the students have been very, very positive so far. So we're happy, very happy about that. Okay, let's make our way down into the corridor, and you can see some more of the highlights of the building, the nice long curved corridor. We're going to come down to another lab, and I want to focus in particular. The college has made a very diligent effort to enhance the security of our spaces. And if you notice on this door in which we're going to open, there's a small device. That's a card swipe. And this card swipe is going to allow for people to take their ID cards, and only those that should be in this room at any point in time can access the room by swiping the card over that device. And as we come in here, you can see a wonderful lab that's in use, very similar to the one that we just left. But the students have been training in this room and being educated in this room. It's been a magnificent space for us, and again, the comments that we've heard have been really outstanding. And we really love the fact that with all the windows here and the natural lighting that we're letting into the building has really been conducive to an effective learning environment for all. We're going to walk right into a common space again, and here's another common seating area for students. You'll notice that there's a theme about this, and a design theme. The design theme is the common areas for the students are pretty much carpeted. They're all carpeted, in fact, and the private study areas are carpeted, and that's to kind of keep as much noise down as possible so that the students can really concentrate when they're here. The flooring on which we're standing is a luxury vinyl tile floor. It's very easy to maintain, very durable, and we kind of use that throughout the common corridor areas. And when we've been in the labs, you'll probably have seen that flooring. That flooring is actually a rubber tile flooring, and that's designed so to really minimize the impact of anything that may drop on the floor. Sometimes accidents happen, and we're trying to minimize any type of safety concern as a result of anything falling on the floor. So there was a lot of thought, a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of discussion going into putting this building together. And we're very pleased with how it turned out. One area that has really attracted the interest of a lot of people is the tile work that's been done. And I want to show you as a final look at some of the tile work that was done in the restrooms and how professional the job is. We're going to make our way into one of the restrooms and we'll show you that. This is a common family room, and as you can see, there's some pretty terrific tile work that's going on in here. Very professional look. We've cleaned it up very nicely. It's ready for use. Just some great work that's gone on by the men and women that have worked on this project. Okay, and as a final look today for our tour, this is a prep room for faculty. There's so many different things, pieces of equipment, beakers, things of that nature that are here for faculty to use. And again, there was a lot of thought put into the design of this building. Most importantly, how does a faculty member get from a prep area to a classroom area? Well, we decided what we would do is make those areas adjacent to one another by simply being able to cross a hallway to get from one space to the other. So it really makes it conducive for a faculty to be able to get into a prep space, prep for class, and then be ready for class at the time class starts. And we're very, very pleased with the way this turned out. One final thing to know, again, the college is very, very, very much into safety and safe work environments. And you'll see along the wall here that we have an emergency shower and eye wash area. And what's nice about these units here is that they're all self-contained. So when you open them up, you can see here that water dispenses, and it's pretty much self-contained in the event that an eye wash would be in need of use. That's our tour for today. We have a grand opening coming up and a ribbon cutting coming up at the end of September. Prior to that, we will probably put our final video out for all of you to see. We hope you've enjoyed these videos. We'd like for you to comment on them and tell us what you think, so please do so. And we thank you for being with us today.